Could humans survive the Scourge virus? In the Invincible comics and TV show universe, Viltrumites are driven close to extinction by the Scourge virus. This virus was designed by the coalition of planets to target Viltrumites. Although the exact population of the Viltrumite species before the virus is unknown, the virus wiped out about 99.9% of their population, leaving only about 50 Viltrumites alive. Why didn't the remaining Viltrumites mate with each other? Because of the possibilities of inbreeding depression. What is inbreeding depression? According to Wikipedia, inbreeding depression is the reduced biological fitness caused by loss of genetic diversity as a result of inbreeding or mating between closely related individuals within a species. This reduction of fitness occurs because inbreeding increases genetic similarity, which can amplify harmful genes and overall decreases diversity. This is why mating with blood relatives is a taboo and often illegal in most cultures and countries. Although Viltrumites are an alien race capable of many things like flying without wings or having impenetrable skins that are impossible by known scientific standards, we will consider the laws of genetics and overall biology to be applicable here for our argument. In the comics or the TV show, the remaining Viltrumites had a lot of time because they age slowly and live thousands of Earth years. They also had advanced technology like faster than light space travel and so on. However, they still could not find a proper solution to avoid inbreeding depression and to increase their population. The only solution they find is to breed with humans who are somehow genetically very similar to them, despite evolving in a completely different planet. However, this came at a cost, as staying on Earth to procreate slowly made the Viltrumites softer and caring, leading to them completely changing their way of life from being a world-conquering civilization to a passive and peaceful one. However, humans do not live thousands of years, nor can we travel to other planets in other solar systems. Even if we could, it is impossible for any other planets to have any species that are genetically similar to humans. Humans are the result of millions of years of evolution that has been guided by the environmental changes unique to Earth and Earth only. So, if we faced a virus outbreak or a pandemic like the Scourge virus that left only 50 humans, could we survive? The answer depends on two factors. The first is how many female humans survive that are capable of conceiving children, and the second is if our sperm banks remain unaffected by the virus. In the Invincible comics or TV show, this point is not made clear whether or not the Viltrumites saved sperms or if they got affected by the virus. If the remaining population breeds with each other, it will cause inbreeding depression like we mentioned earlier. But if we use frozen but alive sperms of now deceased human males that are genetically different from the remaining females, we will get humans that will have more genetic diversity. However, this will not completely eradicate the inbreeding depression, as the second generation humans will still have genetic similarities between them from their mother's side. However, considering about 20 to 25 female members survive, we can carefully arrange the breeding program to ensure maximum genetic diversity. Another potential solution is artificial breeding, which is still not possible through our existing technology. By this method, we will use not just frozen sperm but also frozen eggs and grow them in artificial birth chambers. Forgetting about ethics, laws, and debate about the human soul for a minute, this theoretical method will definitely bring humans out of extinction, as the artificially birthed humans will have the maximum genetic diversity from the remaining population and will avoid inbreeding depression. However, consider that all of these solutions largely depend on the remaining 50 humans working together to find the sperm banks that have to function properly after the virus apocalypse. Inbreeding depression might not be the most challenging part of avoiding extinction, as it will be a struggle to grow food and avoid predators with only 50 members remaining. Humans are not as strong or advanced as the fictional Viltrumite race. So, in conclusion, would the humans survive something like the Scourge virus, wiping out most of the population, keeping only 50 members? The chances are small, but it's not impossible. After all, human genetic research has found that humans have a genetic bottleneck. At one point, we only had about 1280 members. If we could survive that with Stone Age technology, we might survive something like the Scourge virus if our sperm banks remain unaffected.